Ah, there we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Let's see, I got that set up good. I think I need to tweak the timing, though. Let's see, we have the clock is set to 85. No, we need 150. I think this one took me 3 hours. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm going through my old folder again, and here's a commission of. The scenario is someone's OC meeting Penny Lee from a humanized version of Penny Lee from Littlest Pet Shop, I guess. Hello, Scotty. And hello, Booker. I start talking, and they immediately wants to know what's going on. How you doing, Booker? Come on here. Come on up. Lay on the bed. I'm trying to work out some sort of things to do. What? I'm not letting you out. I just let you out. Up on the bed. Yay. Good boy. Good boy. I'm just having a little Artcast. I'm having an Artcast. This was like maybe done 3 years ago, I think. What do you have to say to the people? What do you say? Okay, he's not gonna talk. He's just gonna rub his face in my pillow. Oh, you know how to melt my heart, you little butt. Oh, you just know what to do. I love this dog. Anyway, um, what was I gonna do today? Went to the dollar store. Did basically, I was looking for something they didn't have, but came back and right. I'm trying to figure out how to set up a little bit more of a more efficient work spot. I want to have a place that I can do uh, uh, snack breaks, but also have all my stuff sit out so I can do the board game stuff. Ooh, excellent, Scotty, excellent. Oh, those are really good hands. I actually took time on. Oh yeah, I know what I was doing. This was the time when I was like really freeballing what the figures would look like. So I didn't really have a lot of like when you're working with vectors, it's like really easy to just be like, well, okay, I draw a line and then you can fix the line afterwards. As you can see what I'm doing here. Uh, Other with hands, which are a little bit more complex, actually the most complex thing on a human figure and the most expressive, you then have to. Hello, Ninja. It really does help you to just plan things out. Closing this, closing that. There's nothing really, I mean, other than like, I guess we can either talk about Littlest Pet Shop, which I don't have much of a. I like checked it out because it was on the tail of, I think it was like season one of MLP, and they were riding high on their own supply, and they greenlit Pound Puppies, or they had Pound Puppies in development at the same time, I guess, uh, which was, I don't know, like really, really like, I would say kind of like meh. Like, say what you want about like the Hasbro. Did did Hanna Barbera do the? There was a TV pilot, and then there was the main series, and then which was split up into season one, and then season two, where they screwed everything up. They messed with the formula. Again, it was that thing they did with Janine, where they were like, "Oh, this side character, she needs to be less womanly and more motherly." Although the girls got like went really weird with it, where like I think the main girl grew her hair long, and the punk girl decided to start wearing a leather jacket. Um, yeah, there was something. I got to look that up. I think the pilot was done by a whole different company. Let's see, Pound Puppy's pilot. And then, of course, there's a lot of D3 stuff popping off. More Marvel stuff. Driver is Mr. Sinister, that sort of thing. My favorite performance of his, not Star Wars, not not A Marriage Story. They're both fantastic, but I always love that one where he's the cop and he plays opposite or in tandem with Bill Murray and some other young lady, I forget who, but he's just they're a cop and it's like the zombies are rising, and his delivery on just the living dead, you know, ghouls. Like he could very much also be a comedic actor. He has that kind of intensity. Yeah, I'm looking at some of the. Let's see. Here's the new one. Here's the new Pound Puppies. Did they give the Chihuahua a mustache? These are like really bland designs. The villains are bland. It's just a bunch of redhead. It's a redhead guy. No, those are just. Well, that might be whiskers in the form of. This cartoon looks like it's going to try and sell me crypto. Yeah, yeah. He has two whiskers pointed down, very much in the shape of a. Like, say what you want. Like, Bright Eyes was. You got Bright Eyes, Whooper. Yeah, that's fine. What like Kingdom Hearts? Bluey is turning 3D. I don't know. I just kind of my pessimism is just kind of boiling a little bit. There was not anything like really like, ooh, that's gonna be nice. If they do release the new Kingdom Hearts, what am I gonna play it on? Um, there's an anime which looks like the background looks like it's the Castlevania anime. Uh, New X Men. Oh, you mean they brought him back again? They dug him up. That's the only way that loser gets a paycheck. Is if from Kingdom Hearts games. Do they really need another Hercules level? He's been 3 levels. Just not have a Hercules level. That's like saying we need a Mulan level. Why don't we have a Mulan level for every game? Shit. Anyway. What? Angels coming in, and they're going to do a Stitch sequel with no Nami. What else? What else? There's nothing really I was like blown away by. Coco, which is again like that's the weird stage. That's the like just to be like, oh, this is Disney. Anywho, let's see. I want to look at the pound puppy. Pilot or special. Because of course they had a TV special because all toys had a TV special. Oh yeah. Oh, and they've got the weird wrinkly forehead for basset hounds. Oh, FHE written on that, where they were teaching kids how to do their handwriting. Who did this one? Pound Puppies. What? Okay, so it was a Hanna-Barbera joint. Dan, what? There's a fancy dog. There's a girl dog with a. Of course, they have bright eyes. Oh, and they have Flack and Tubbs as the villains. The mayor and the chief. Cat Gut. Big Bello and Arnold. Okay. How many Nabbit? Okay, how many humans are this? The Doc? Okay. Oh, and Mother Superior. Oh. They got a nun in this. God, this one's 40 minutes long. They actually tried to make a movie out of this. Okay, you know what? The Pound Puppies are they tried to do those 1980s style, but there's these other dogs that are really what can I say? You can see the 90s kind of taking root, or even not even the 90s. I guess you could still call it the 80s, but there's two conflicting styles going on here. One, the greeting cards, ness of the whole Pound Puppies things, and then you've got these attack dogs with these really sharp snouts that are more or less I'm thinking Rude Dog, Rude Dog and the Dweebs. Remember that? And the the dog catcher and the mayor are from a completely different kind of cartoon, and then the police chief and his daughter, which I was jumping around, are from an even third kind of cartoon. Oh, and there's a nun here. So is puppy power just like the Holy Spirit? Oh, what happened? Where did it all go? Where did it go? Oh, here. Let me pop it open. Fit to screen. No. Did we lose? Did I lose the play? Okay. Loop. Visibility stop. Huh. Okay. Try it from here. Yeah, these dogs, they're just straight out of And then there's some sort of there's a preview. Never mind, it was like maybe about 30 minutes, but now you've got the preview from Chuck Jones's Jungle Book. Oh, they're all sad. Everybody's sad. Then you've got the White Seal. Okay, so like Chuck Jones did like 3 TV specials based off books. Ricky Tikki, the White Seal, and the Jungle Book. I used to have Ricky Tikki. Which is actually like, I guess, a spin-off of the Jungle Book. Oh, this little shit, he's so adorable. Get him, get that snake. Kick his ass. And then the Velveteen Rabbit. God, this is like the most like depressing set of cartoons I've ever seen. Huh. It checked out again. No, I'm watching it. Okay, here we go. How long have we just been talking over a blank screen? Okay, I gotta make sure that doesn't go away. Okay, and then it started into the next one. I don't know why that happened. Unless I kicked something and I lost the... Yeah, but the Ricky Tikki Tavi just like... He looks so fluffy. Let's see what else is going on. Sonic's in Fortnite? Okay. They got video game stuff, I guess. They got video game cartridges? I guess the people are already buying their tickets for Avengers Doomsday. Yeah, okay, cool. Are we still good? Okay. Oh, it seems to... Okay, this new media play source seems to just like pop it out and pop it back in. Anyway, let's see. Yeah. Coyote versus Acme looks pretty okay. I mean, they're doing some stuff with 3D. I'll be interested in just for the just to see what it is about. I should go actually just buy a ticket. There is one thing. It's the Oswald series, which is done by the same studio that did Klaus, and that one looks okay. Bluey, people. Cha-cha-cha. Chaffee. Okay. Right on, good. I think we should all. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just kind of like vibing when it comes to these drawings because, like I said, I was at a point where I was like, I'll put the line down and then I can redo it. Oh, speaking of which, I found a new technique in Paint Studio where you like make a grid and then you can just fold it over. I'll demonstrate it sometime. I've got to work out the kinks. I was like, I just got up this morning and started screwing around with it. I want to recover what I was working on, though. No. Okay, so that's fine. You just make a different one. Okay. Okay, how am I going to do this? What do I want to do? Yeah, it looks comparable to Back in Action. There's a teaser for The Incredibles 3? That's not a teaser. Okay, these teasers are like nothing. I saw the one for Zootopia 3. The Superman one, I haven't seen it, but I'm looking at a preview right now. Holy crap, that looks cool. Hello, James. How you doing? Oh. Okay. I actually got to start moving. We're getting really close to Halloween, and I like to get some stuff. Ooh, I know what I need to do. Hold on. Pause, please. Or hold, please. You gotta make sure everything's sort of taken care of. We went around yesterday. We went out to the graveyard. It's going to be Grandma's birthday Monday, so we just decided we found these weird little like metal cupcake things. Mom liked them. They were on sale because they were like summer attire. And then a big metal sunflower seed or sunflower, and we put that on there. Yeah. Okay. Good. So anyway, we did that, and then we went to all the little stores. Mom was just feeling really down yesterday, so we spent most of the time just thrift shopping, going to all the places that Grandma liked to go. We took some stuff to the White Dove. She found a nice. Oh, she found a shirt that's got a bunch of skeletons on there on her. It's just black and white with like little fun skeletons. So she's gonna wear that for her Halloween. She said, and a pair of nice shoes. What do you want? What do you want, you little blood? I found. Uh, what did I find? I found three interesting things. I wonder if I should pop on the camera. Hey, Star. Oh yeah, well they got to keep the Marvel train going. Yeah, I did. I did. I found a lot of cheap damage stuff. I found one that might actually be worth like a good amount. Here, let me pop this on. Lights. I want to clean up this board. I want to clean it up, and I want to figure out where I'm going to start filming stuff because I want to keep up a regular rotation now. It's getting a little. I'm trying to figure out if I want to take one of these shelves and remove. No, that would be too much. No, all this is too cramped. Yeah, I'm just gonna figure out what I'm gonna do. But let's see. Let me get a camera set up. We've got. I gotta get. Which one's this? This one's fine. And then you bring it over here, pop it into this one. Pop it over here. This wire goes here. This wire goes here. There. And then we want to have an electric connection. They're both really short. There we go. That goes right here. Yeah, let's see. Let me pop open a window. Let's see, we have top camera. I think that would be it. No? You're not going to let me? Huh. Deactivate. Reactivate. There we go. Okay, let me put this down here. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Should I just do it like this, like the kids do? Yeah. Okay. First up, which was sort of like maybe the least interesting one I found. Let's see. I mean, it was interesting, but it was like, huh. I've never really heard of it. I don't know where it kind of goes to. Let's see, I put it up in the box. It was right here. Okay. Nope. Wrong one. Wrong box. There we go. Hold on one second. I was doing a lot of yard work today, so my fingernails are a little bit uncouth. Let me just take my pocket knife. My grandpa used to do this all the time. He used to just fiddle with his, like, sometimes he'd just take out his pocket knife and just go underneath his fingernails. Grandpa. Well, might as well cut him. Mm-hmm. There we go. We want to be nice and presentable. Let me file them a little bit, get the corners off of them. Just a little bit. Okay, come on. There we go. Oh. We got the thumb. That's the daddy finger. Hello, Condor. Okay, so let's see. What did I get first? Here we have... Is the color okay? Is the light okay? Sorta. As soon as you pop in something, it seems to... There we go. Let's make that... That's white. That's neutral. Or a combination. That's sunlight. That one's fine. Bring that down a little bit. Is it? Or is it okay? Okay, this is Warlord. Saga of the Storm. Never heard of this, but I did. Let's see. Did I keep the wrapper? I wanted to show the wrapper because funny enough. Nope. What is this? No. What they'll do sometimes, I got this at Savers, and what they'll do sometimes is that they will, where is it? Here we go. What they do sometimes is that they'll put it together with a bunch of like other stuff. Like in this case, I found this with, I found it with this memory game thing, first of all, which is fine. I guess I can play it. It's like a Christmas memory thing. I guess I could play this with Little Britches later. But they had that together with this, and they had it with this, which is like a tic-tac-toe game. But it's weird because there's 5 O pieces. There's 5 O pieces and 4 X pieces. Which you think that they would want to have that evenly. Or you think they would just do what other pieces do, where they have one symbol on one side and then another on the opposite side. So like O has 5 and X only has 4. Which makes me think that this is like a really, really bad product. Anyway, they had all these 3 together in a bag. And they had it for $3.50. This apparently at retail was at least $10. Now I don't even know. I've never even seen this before. I've never seen any of the other ones like it. So yeah, it's I think 2001. Okay, so 2001, the second sort of age of the the card game pop off. I don't know what this is. Ulfankta. Anyway, he's got 9, 4, 15, 7, and 3. I don't know how you read that. I've got the rule book right there. You got some armor. It's kind of see-through-ish. Got a weird little elf. Some big orcs. A human, I guess. You got an absinthe. Oh, she's a character. Never mind. I thought that was like actual absinthe. Here's a bunch of greens people. There's a ghoul of some sort. And then you got your red cards right here. Banish the wounded. Oh, wait, no, I guess these are actions. I guess green are characters and red is action. And then orange is an item. Mixed potion. A long sword, a buckle, shields, whatnot. Oh, cool. Bruntor. We have Bruntor's helmet. The character gains +1 hit point while it's equipped. Okay. Cool. Don't know what that means. I mean, I kind of know what that means, but I don't know what this little symbol in the corner is. The Savers was way too expensive. They wanted other things. There was like one person who they had under their glass case, they had a copy of Villainous, the board game, the Star Wars one, and they wanted like $20 for it, which I could get it for $20 new at Target. So that wasn't like anything. That wasn't like anything special. Next up, I know I'll save that one for last. This one's going to be a challenge, not because the rules seem especially difficult, but because of the actual, like, how I'm going to film this. I got a game. It's even got the French title of it. Again, pardon the mess. This is just where I'm keeping all the stuff until I sort it out. This is Thunder Road. I've heard about this, but I've never actually seen it. Anyway, this was from the White Dove. This was only $3. It's even got the original Milton Bradley. The original Milton Bradley. Okay, so you take your team of road warriors. That's what pretty much this is based off of. I can almost guess. It came out in 1980. What owns the copyright? Yeah, 1988. So they were like, cool. Oh, Hasbro Canada. I just saw this over here, Hasbro Canada, which is why it is also French for the Quebecians. Anyway, the idea is that you start on this one panel. It's got your little starter markers for all your little race cars. And then as the game progresses, you take your track, like you take a track and then you put it in front of this one. And then once all the cars are off the first track, I guess you move the first one back to the starting position. It really should be 3. I don't know how actually big or how many moves you actually do for your racers. But the idea is to keep the game going by moving the track back and forth. So you technically have an endless track of road. They really should have added a third one. Or they should have made it so that you could well, I guess you could if you... No, you can't. You can't. You can't. You can't do that. You can't... it only locks in a certain way. Anyway, there's the French rules. The Route Conquête. And then Thunder Road. You've got a little racer. You've got a DeLorean looking thing. You've got a dragster. Then you got a helicopter. Which, if there is any other, like, if they were trying to invoke Road Warrior, then this is like the most blatant evidence I have for that. Because this is just Mad Max's car right here. This is meant to be the tanker, kinda, but not really. It's just the biggest of them. And then you've got the helicopter or gyrocopter. You're a fast man. A fast man would also be a clever man. Anyway, killer artwork. Look at that. That's beautiful. Yeah, like original, again, Canadian Hasbro. Made in copyright. Drive and survive on the never-ending road. Okay. Copyright. I'm not seeing one on the box. But yeah, it's like 1980s classic. Cool. Take me home, a thunder road. Okay, and the last but not least, or maybe least, it's definitely the least. It's Lee versus Grant. This one is made by Victory Games, New York City, 1988. This was apparently from a place called Game Days. I'll look that up, but this is the Wilderness Campaign of 1864. This one is originally sealed, except for the fact that it has one of its sides is busted open a little bit, so you can't say it's like actually mint. But this was never opened. Someone bought it for like $25. $25 at Game Days. I'll let you look at the back while I look that up. Anyway, it's it's like one of those big ass board games. Complexity is medium. Solitude suitability, which means I guess playing alone, is relatively high. 2 miles per the hex, and it looks like it takes about 1 hour for the introductory scenarios, 2 to 6 hours for the advanced ones. So this is a war game. This is like an actual like war game. That if you look at a video by Animated Spellbook, he used to talk about, or he did one video talking about how like the origins of D&D was like the original naval games, and the original historians would like play out these scenarios like of different battles, and they would like do these alternate histories like based off like military conditions and stuff like that with a DM. And then Gygax took that and was like, hey, what if we did that? And then made it not, did you just bite the corner? You chewed the corner of Thunder Road. Why were you doing that? Why would you do that? Booker. No. Shame on you. That's okay. It's fine. It's only a little bit wet. Got a hole in it now. Booker, why would you sit and do that? You've never done that. Oh, he's trying to be nice. He's trying to be sweet to me now. No. That was a bad thing. Bad dog. I love you, but bad. Why would you do that? You're not lacking any minerals, are you? What was it? I mean, that's good 80s cardboard. No. What? What do you have to say about to yourself? What do you have to say for yourself? No. What do you have to say? Huh? What? What say you? He doesn't like that I'm mad at him. He don't like that I'm mad at him. Hello, Steam Power. Anyway, I'm gonna look up game days. Um, that's it. I really didn't get anything else that I want to show you guys right now. So I will turn off the camera. But yeah, I just thought that was weird. I want to look up game days. It must have been a store around here. Or a store around in the 80s. Here's your bone. Why did you do that? You've never done that. You've never done anything bad. This whole time you've been here. Oh. I can't stay mad at you, but don't do that. I've never seen him do anything like that. He was just kind of like looking at it and gnawing at it. Yeah, here's your bone. It's your special bone or whatever. Anyway, let me throw Warlord back in there. Warlord Saga of the Storm. For some reason, it reminds me very much of another card game I have that's around here. Legend of the Five Rings. I'm wondering if the same like. Oh, Penny Lee is from the Littlest Pet Shop. Okay, I can turn the camera off now. Oh, that's awesome. I can also just I could film more than 2 hours now or so. Anyway, let's look that up. I think he gets nervous and he just likes to lick. He'll do that with his paws and he'll do that on the bed. So let's see now. We're looking for what is Game Days store. It all says nope, there's the Game Guild, Arizona. Game days temporarily closed. Well, that means that's basically. Oh, I remember game days. Oh, this place. Yeah, it's gone. It gone. But I'll show you. I'll show you a picture of it. But was it around during the 80s? Let's see. Here, hold on. No, I don't want that. I don't want Hobby Lobby or the Hobby Garage or any of that. I want game days. I don't want the Yelp review either. I want to just see what it looked like in its heyday. Here we go. Okay. So there was like different ones. They had different incarnations. There must have been a chain, because here's the first one. Okay. I'm going to put copy image address, and then we'll open up the browser. That's the Spider-Man image I was talking about before. Okay, so here's one of the game days. Nope, I don't want that. I want the browser. Okay, look, see? They used to have these dice sitting out in front, and it was called game days. Used to be out in one of the malls out here. And then you had this one. This was in Mesa, and this one was a different one. I want to get a hold of. Let's see. Yeah, so they had one in Mesa. They had one in Arrowhead, and they had one in. I guess this one was way out there. Imagine like what's that one video place? The Sunset. Imagine that, but for like games and stuff. That kind of vibe. Here, let's see. Here's another one. They must have had a bunch in California too. There, see? They had some had the dice on them. Others had the dominoes on them. Here's the last one I want to show you, but I can't get a really good photo of it. It looks like this may have been the first one. I remember going in once. Yeah, that may have been like the very first one. With the original sign, and they had the dice, and they had the so this came from there. Maybe they resealed. No. This price tag is old. Yeah, this price tag is ancient. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, reseal a game like this, but I think this is the original seal. Because it's got like, it's all kind of, it's a little crusty in some places. You know, like the plastic is dry. Oh, Booker wants out. Wait, are they still going? Suncoast, yes. Suncoast, I remember because I picked out my copy of the anime version of Metropolis there. The anime version of Metropolis and like a few different MST3K videotapes because they didn't have it anywhere else. I remember that's that one time like I think I've eaten at the Rainforest Cafe like maybe twice in my life. And I think we went there and then we just hung out the mall. I don't quite, again, it's like one of those malls that like seems like a really distant memory. Like I remember hanging out by Christown all the time, Arrowhead constantly, because that's where mom's and grandma's Macy's was. Just anyway, you want to go out? Come on, Booker. I'm in Shadow. Booker wants to go out. As soon as I saw those dice, I was like, oh yeah. The closest mall that I have to us is like dying. The only thing that's keeping it open is like the Walmart. They have like one GameStop, and that's about it. I went in there once, but everything was like, again, $20, $25. If this was originally from the 80s, then like $25 was like $100 back then. Well, no. I'm trying to think. Because video games are still like $50 a pop. But then again, this isn't a video game. This is a board game, and you have to actually play it yourself. How much were board games in the 1980s? Let's just look that up. Oh, well, yeah, the mall. People would hang out at the mall. People still do hang out at the mall just to get out of the heat. But there's like, other than like maybe clothes stores, there's not like a lot. And again, the GameStop's there. They're going to stop selling physical games, and what's the GameStop going to be? A Funko Pop store? Let me see. How much? Well, this one was going for $20. I would even. Okay. When did they? Okay. Better question. Let's figure out the high mark. Like, when do they stop making Lee versus Grant? When did they stop making Lee versus Grant? Lee versus Grant board game. Because if they were still making it like in the like 95 or something. Originally published in 1988. It says they would have continued on until 1992. Yeah, Wikipedia even has a whole entry on this. 6 different scenarios. In an inaugural issue of Games International, he said he enjoyed the game, saying, "I liked Lee versus Grant." Well, okay, cool. Mike Sig stated that he enjoyed this game, saying, "I like Lee and Grant." Okay. Okay. Very insightful. Okay, so the reception is that it was very good. It won an award because okay, so this is like an award-winning game. When did it go defunct? No. Okay, the Wilderness Campaign, aka the War Game series. Okay, actually, screw this. This one was okay, this is actually based off an earlier game from 1972. Okay, so Simulations Production Incorporated, which is not Victory Games Incorporated New York. So they made like they made a different game. It looks like this is not a setup. This is more of like a booklet. And then this is more of a board game. Interesting. Hello, May. I guess the boys want in. Yep, the boys want in. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. Yep. Enter. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put this up. Oh, I'll put it up. God, that's so high. Here is fine for no. I don't want to make everything messy. I just here no, no, no. Uh, can I slide you? Oh, okay. Here we go. It'll go right here. Nope. Actually, it's too tall. Um, there. It'll fit right there. Ooh, Caparona sounds good. All right. Oh, good. Spider-Man. Right on. I had one game shop that's still reselling pre-owned games. There is a place that has been advertising like crazy on my YouTube channel, and it was actually like relatively close to where I lived when I lived with Grandma, like almost like 6 blocks away, which would have actually been nice, but unfortunately, I don't live there no more. It is called the Guild, the Game Guild. Apparently, it's like a no, no, this is not the Game Guild. Oh, this someplace looks cool too. Gamers Guild. Yeah, they mainly have like oh, that's nice. They basically they're just kind of like offering a place to like. Oh, this place is awesome. Okay, I actually need to actually support this thing. They earplugs for those who have audio sensitivity. They have these things like just quality of life stuff. Safe meetings for buying and trading meetups. Enforceable a code of conduct. Basically, they have like be respectful, all that written on the wall. A library which includes visually impaired braille instructions for no requirement to. It's basically like a game library. Okay, I need to go there and drop some coin. I'll have to do some more investigating. Right? Oh, the Architect Studio Incorporated. What the hell? Oh no, these are okay. So, Architect Studio Incorporated. This is a portfolio of all the people that work. Okay, this is like a greatest hits of of old malls. So they used to do like the Thomas Kincaid gallery, who like screw that guy, but it looks like they did a good job making his store installation with like the brick wall and like the wooden. They did Turquoise, Arizona. Espresso coffee. Oh man. And they're the guys who designed the entrance for game days. Okay, good for them. I don't know where I came across that. I guess I opened it up inadvertently when I was looking for the. Okay. You know what? It's this rug. It's this rug that's kind of tripping me up. If I didn't have the rug, I could use everything with wheels attached to it. I'm gonna see if I need to actually get some work done. I just roll up the rug and get, Mom was like, "You need a rug," and I was like, "No, I don't need a rug. Everything I want ought to be on wheels." But the dogs like the rug now, so. But I think that's the thing that's tripping me. If I just roll it up or pick it up, it's only it's only like 5 feet by 2 feet. Now I got a sweep. But yeah, check it out. I got the rug out of the way now. Now I can roll. I got a cart, and I got the table. Okay, we doing some problem solving, doggos. Let's see. Just sweeping. They're both staring at me. There we go. Yeah, I want to support that. I want to support that Gamers Guild. That could be a regular place to actually test some of this stuff. It needs more than 2 players. I was gonna say, why can't the library actually set up something like that? So does this image take long? Relatively. I mean, I'm working on it. I guess the footage I have for it ends up about 3 hours, and then I have it set to time and a half. It should be. Let's see. Playlist. Yeah, 150, 3 hours times 150. Yeah, we should be done by. Indeed. Have you heard of a story called Zany Brainy? No. Here, let's see. Maybe. Again. Zany Brainy. No, I have not heard about this one. Reminds me of like KB Toys. I remember KB toys. I remember KB toys because they had I mean, among many, many, many other memories going there, I remember that's where I got the Pokemon coins, the ones that were like, you spin them, and they had them on discount. So I bought the whole set. Man, even then, cheap damage. Um, Bought the Pokemon coins there. Bought some. My uncle that I barely sort of like. It was like a distant uncle, and I mean he was cool. He was he passed like maybe a decade ago. But I was like, I don't. It was just it was off my dad's side of the family. He was like kind of not estranged, but just kind of like distant. And so he was like, "Hey, what do you want?" And he pointed out like the Super Mario paint, which who the hell knows? Maybe that was a different. Maybe that would send me down a totally different different path. Maybe I would have gotten to this point sooner of drawing and programming or music stuff. He was like, "Hey, you want this paint?" And I was like, "No, that's like a $50 game." And he said, "You know what I really want? I want these because we had a pool back then, and I really wanted these sticks, the diving sticks." And he was like, "Are you sure? I can get you this." And I was like, "No, I want the diving sticks because they were less expensive." And I just don't know. It was just kind of like there was really no reason to like be wary, but like I don't know, there was just something about like getting a really expensive gift from like a relative I just didn't really know. So anyway, yeah. Wait, what happened with the spicy ref? What refs did I have? What did I? Oh, yes. Fair enough. No, I'm still happy. I'm still happy with my choice. It just showed a little restraint. Are they really that bad? No, not horribly bad. One of those is Nico Crispy. One of those is I was going to say out of my favorite of those artists. No, Mouth Hugs, the creator of Step Monster, who has this weird sort of I don't know, almost like Courage the Cowardly Dog style of like placing the eyes. And more of a little like I don't know, like pear shaped design to their characters. Sometimes they do a lot of dragon stuff. It's either Mouth Hugs or Monster Grotto. Let's see. I want to take this and put it away. I don't want these. I gotta charge this. I'm making sure that the mic doesn't turn off. I didn't have them charged this morning. These can go in here. I wonder if Alter is going to show up. I want to make sure that he's going to be around for the Marvel Rivals. Ah, crap. What's that? Oh, okay. That's nothing. Oh, good. I got this back massager going. Oh, nice. Okay. There we go. I'll put that up there for later. I don't need to have these two sit in here. I think this one's almost dead. That's a good mic. That's a good mic. Let's see. Dry erase marker, good. I got a permanent one around here somewhere. I gotta watch out. Okay, so we did the math. It's about 30-day sessions. I'm gonna do something for September for the Halloween streaming. I think I'll do like a slow burn for Halloween stuff. I got some stuff in mind. Let's see. That's a bit. That'll go in there. Broken rubber band, gone. Connector. That can go in here. This can go in here. All these Brits and brackets can go in here. What was that? Oh. Gleb. Doing good, Sag. How are you? What the hell am I going to use this for? Okay, that'll just go right there. These can go down here. This can go on I'll just put it in here in its own little compartment. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Little tablet can go up here. The other little tablet stuffs. Actually, I need to clean that off. There's my grandfather's sailing hat. I'm going to have to ask my brother how things in the Navy are. I think he's still out. He's not on the Abraham, but he's on another. I visited the boat. He's on a ship named after some guy who had. Did I tell you guys this before? He had cherubism. We saw the placard and like the history. It was a guy. He was like a World War. He fought in World War II, became an admiral or something. Basically got the Purple Heart a shitload of times. He had cherubism. He had like that thing that that one actor had. You know, in Maniac Cop and Zadar. He anyway, there's a picture of him, and he looked like, oh, it's like, okay, that's what he had. So he's on another ship, and I think it's on the other side of all that. But like, I'm just gonna have to ask him what's going on. Especially, he doesn't. The model of ship was actually a little bit smaller. It's more of a helicopter. It's got two little places for helicopters to pop in too. But other than that, it's not like a big carrier or anything. The 27th years of BattleBots. Oh, cool. But anyway, I'm going to have to ask him if they're doing anything stupid with the jets. The steam-powered catapults and all that bullshit. Google Workspace team, you now have exclusive access to AI features. Do I, or are you shoving them down everyone's throats? You bullshitters. I called Target, or no, CVS. I called CVS about a prescription. And they switched over their services. I swear to God, it's like AI because it takes like a minute for them to answer any question. So that means instead of like an actual database or anything, it's they've jammed GP QAnon bullshit into it, and so it's got to like think of everything. It starts everything with, "I'll see what I can do about that." Okay, here's our Savers receipt. Yeah. Okay, I'll just toss this. We don't. I'm taking things back. Oh, sorry. Hit the microphone. Let's see. A bag of this. Baggie. my wallet finally ripped apart, so I had to use my brother's. My brother got me a wallet from Machu Picchu. I had it in my drawer for about maybe 6 years. Never busted it out, but I finally did because I just needed a wallet. It's nice. Just got Machu Picchu on the thing. He's been a good guy. He's been going around all over. Hello, Huey. Did I? Or is it going to be on there? Does she have a tail? Either way, I don't think I've I don't think I've drawn it yet. Yeah, this was like 2, 3 years ago. I'll have to look up the original commissioner. No. Okay. Pog Slammer. Hmm. What's this? Okay, this is a mail I can put up right now. Okay. Wait, no. I mean, this is footage. This is footage from 3 years ago. I delivered this 3 years ago. It might have been like a 2 month wait, not 2 month, 2 week wait between the commissioner and me delivering it to him. But I had the footage on my hard drives. I'm actually trying to like also get stuff off the hard drives. Like storage is expensive now. Well, I was still trying to figure out what to do with it. Like, do I stream it? Do I do these little talk logs? I'm kind of busy with other things. What is this? This is a sound cord. I don't need this. Actually, maybe I do. Hold on. I remember now. I remember what I wanted this specific piece for. There we go. This is. Is this my Razer charger? It is. Okay. Hold up. And I got to throw this in there. You having a good time? You doing okay? Good. He's wagging his tail. Booker. Let's see. Oh, my photos. Aw. That's me and Blake up at the cabin. Me, Blake, and Grandma up at the cabin. Oh. This is the charger for the Wi-Fi boombox. Okay, I gotta hold on to this. It was Grandma's, now it's Mom's. And she put me in charge of holding on to the charger. Because I'm good with that. Let's see, I'm gonna put this there. I'm still using that coaster, the Ruby coaster, except I don't use the coaster. I don't use the up part. I turn it over and I use the cork part, just to make sure that the top stays pristine. Ruby, huh? Okay. Chords. Chords. Chord, other chord, other chord. What was that from? Let's see. That was the MST3K chord. I wonder if you could just look that up. Here, let's see. MST3K quotes. MST3K quotes. Chord. Might have been from Hobgoblins. Chord. Other chord. Let me add a few commas in there. Yeah, Hobgoblins. Hobgoblins is quickly becoming the Manos Hands of Fate of the modern MST3K, or at least the Mike's era. Because if you watch the MST3K channel, which like go ahead, I mean it's just constantly on. I used to get I was depressed when like the original Sci-Fi Channel series like ended after what 3 seasons. I was like, oh man, no more MST3K. And it's like, okay, now it's like, first of all, not other people have been like doing their MST3K bits, but like they also do riff tracks. Also, You can just watch MST3K all the time, like stuff you've never seen before. But they've got like they've done different things. They've done like different theme nights or theme days or theme marathons where it's like, okay, 80s night, where it's like um Alien from LA, uh you know, Swan, Pod People, and then Hobgoblins because that's from the 80s. And then Critters, Monsters. Well, you have like the day the Earth stood still, the day the Earth stopped with the giant grasshoppers, spiders, giant spider invasion, and Hobgoblins. And then you've got Music Night. Well, of course you've got Music Night. Well, you got to have the Golden Goat Boots. And then Hobgoblins. Three seasons? Ah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But anyway, yeah, if you just keep going, it's like, okay, Hobgoblins is quickly, as like I said, it's becoming the Manos Hands of Fate, where it's like everybody knows Manos Hands of Fate. It's the thing they think of when they think of the old MST3K. The day the Earth froze, yeah, okay. The beginning of the end was with grasshoppers. Okay, okay, well, it's one of those names where they just don't come out and tell you, like, okay, it's Attack of the Giant Grasshoppers. Like Monster A Go Go would have been, I think, a lot. What word did I cut off on? Yeah, you pretty much got it, Ninja. Hold on, let me switch mics. Yep. Oh, come on. There we go. Turn this off and charge it for the night. But anyway, like I said, it was real good. It also reminded me of Monster a Go-Go were my last words. Holy shit. I was talking about them. I was talking about them for a good long while. Anyway, good movie. Yes. It had a real good hook. The effects, of course, don't really hold up that much. But they kind of do. And you're right, like every other giant monster movie or giant bug movie is like based off of that. Not only what if one was huge, what if there was like they were huge and there were as many as them as there usually are in a habitat. Of course, that breaks the rules of what's that thing? Conservation of mass. They went over it when they were talking about Jurassic Park. How it's impossible for them to like feed all of those giant like creatures. Yeah, the ending. What was I gonna say? It also reminded me of that one episode of Doug. Where there's a episode of Doug where he goes to the movies and they play up the monster. It's basically like The Thing, except they're like, oh my god, it could be anyone or anything, and he covers his eyes before he sees the monster at the end. It's pretty much just what happens with like every like horror movie. Like as soon as you see the monster, it kind of loses a little bit of its mystique. And it turns out everybody in his class was just like covering their eyes. So that was what kept the monster alive. Yeah, exactly. But he was like brave enough to like see, and it was like a really weird red thing. I was just like glomping around. Ooh, that guy who does the liver and onions posting. He should do something with that one episode of Doug. I could go for some liver and onions. Actually, you know what? I used to make liver and onions for Grandma. I would take the liver and we would soak it in milk, and that would become the base for the mashed potatoes. When you make you fry up those liver, you cook the liver, you cook the onions, you make a side of mashed potatoes, instant or otherwise. I'm not too picky. I rather like the convenience of the instant. But use that milk as your base, and it tastes pretty good. It's okay. It's a very cheap meat. It's a very cheap meat, and it's also kind of bad for you. Not kinda. It is bad for you because it has a lot of the oh, I don't know. Whatever the animal. The liver is a very tender piece of meat because it's basically a filter. Um, but you don't want to eat a lot. People eat goose liver. Well, that's fine. They fatten up a goose and then they kill it and they take its liver. There's a whole American Dad episode about that. For goose pate. Very rich. You'll end up getting gout because it has just so much I don't know what is in liver. I think it's acid. What is in liver that gives you gout? And then you got shit for brains, worms for brains, slither up there, telling people just to eat cheaper pieces of meat. Purines. Purines? Liver is rich in purines. And then when you eat it, you produce uric acid, and that builds up in your joints. And uric acid literally like builds up salt crystals inside of your joints. So you're actually like piercing your muscles and your tendons as you move. Metabolic overload, crystal formation. Also leads to fatty liver in your own body. It has a very distinct flavor, but again, it should be like a rare sort of thing. Foie gras, correct. Yeah, the texture could be a big no-no, especially when it's cooked like really, really over a high heat. My parents, in a bit of I don't know, in a bit of like racism, they used to get us to eat it by calling it Chinese steak, which raises all sorts of red flags. I would never call the cheapest piece of meat the steak of another ethnicity. I don't know if they did that because they had heard it at some point in their lifetime, or if they were just trying to get us to eat what was in front of us. Oh, I have some long dead relatives who have quirky little names for hazelnuts. And we're talking about like long dead, like back when I was like a knee high to a. Wait, what does that mean? And is it my knee, or is it knee high to I guess an adult? Yeah, you may know what it is, Ninja. Uh, that's just one of those things that's kind of like burnt in my brain from like, oh, that's weird. I haven't heard that for like maybe a good 2 decades. But it's just like, huh. Local diner does a great liver and onions. You know what? Beef liver. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it can be good, and Grandma liked it because again, she grew up in the Great Depression, so you ate things like that. That was just if you had access to it, you ate it. Ah, okay, yeah. But the way they did it, they cooked it like they floured it heavily. They really heavily. It's almost like they chicken fried it, which is I went for more of a sautéing pan searing with a little bit of flour, but they like put a it was caked on there, And again, my dad, the way he cooked everything, he wanted everything dry. Like every piece of meat was like insanely dry, which is why I liked going out up until up until I started cooking for myself, and you realized, oh, you don't have to like have everything become a charcoal briquette. You can like cook everything; it'll still be gray in the middle, done, but it won't like lose every bit of moisture that it had. Um, yeah, this like going out was like just a fast food hamburger was like delectable because he would like turn his hamburgers into like a puck. Pate, I believe I've had on some occasion. Spam is great. My grandpa loved canned foods. The Vienna sausages, spam, potted deviled ham, potted ham. He would eat that in the Navy, and they would give him that for like rations and stuff. And then it became like an industry here where it's just like, oh, just pop it open. There's your good source of little protein that you can have during the day. Put it on a sandwich. Spam has become, I believe, they make it in uh what? I mean, I know it's big in Japan, but was it also like bigger in your like indigenous islands, Hawaii and stuff like that? They have something like that, some sort of little spam roll or spam on a bed of rice over at this new Hawaiian Bros or something like that. Hmm. What's spam? Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. That's what they're selling over there. I mean, I guess this must be like just grilled spam on a block of rice. That looks good. But yeah, they sell that over at the place I was talking about. But this one's got like cheese in it or something. A piece of egg in the middle. That's good. That does look good. Hmm. No, we have it here. It's probably is like they do make it in Span in the UK. I think that's where like the potted meats originated. Let's see, where did spam come from? Originated Hormel Foods, 1937. Uh, the name is a portmanteau of spiced ham. So it is like a potted devil ham sort of thing. It's used for an unwanted. Okay. It is used for unwanted digital messages. Okay. Okay. Spam comes from the fact that it comes from the Monty Python sketch where the word spam is sung repeatedly and annoyingly over everything else. Really? Is that like spam a lot? Features a cafe trying to order a meal while a chorus of Vikings loudly and repeatedly chant spam, 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 spam. Okay. I was thinking there's a Patton Oswald bit. Oh, gross. Gross AI spam poster. On Facebook. Okay, never mind. Coloring the past. Yeah, really. Horse shit. Facebook is a blight. Anyway, Patton Oswalt says, I want to be like the first uh, unironic person to like take the spam tour. Get a pair of khakis, show up at the gate. He's like, hello, I love your product. And I'd love to take a tour of the facilities. I've never heard of Monty Python. Yeah, but like spam is the new iteration of potted meat. I gotta get some. We've got some Vienna sausages in the cupboard. She used to feed that to Chico, not as like a meal substitute, but just like a little treat. She'd pop open a can and take a couple and be like, and, she'd nibble on one, and then Chico would like get up and be like, what is that? What's that? I would like some. Little Chico. I'm trying to think of when this bit was. This wasn't like um maybe gosh, maybe about 8 years ago. So yeah, it's a little bit older. I was listening to his clown bit, the birthday party and the clown just coming out of the forest. Kind of cracks me up every time. Oh. Nevada's Gaming Control Board not comply with the judge's orders. Entertainment bet. Okay, entertainment betting is also a blight. Oh, I saw something the other day. Not the other day. I was specifically. It was a board game called The Inflation Monster, and it was by the Tuttle Twins. If you're not familiar with the Tuttle Twins, it's this propaganda cartoon released by Angel Studios, and they're basically like two little libertarian shits, and their grandmother who like needs to be like thrown in a ditch. And they're constantly like saying, "Oh, the free market's great" and all that crap. And on the back of it, there was like, I was looking at it. One of the cards was Golden Boy, and it was like, if you get it, then you get multiply your gold or something like that, because gold is good. Gold is the best thing you can have. It's not just a useless rock that we have some sort of like arbitrary amount we've set to it. Tibble Twins, Tuttle Twins, whatever. And then one of the negative cards was a stymie check, and they call a stimmy check, and they called it it's not a stimulus check, it's a stimmy check. And like all it does negative to all your like assets, because giving out money is bad, even though that's like changed everyone's lives during the shutdown. People were able to like afford the things that they needed, or at least get some of their like dental work done and all that shit. Anyway, it's this huge propaganda piece of garbage. I think the only reason why it got made is because they would also show it in Argentina. Back when the that one other like Trump goof 'em up was in charge down there, they would show that on like repeat for like to brainwash people. Well, yeah, circuit boards, but like, what else? Wait, he's still in charge down there? I thought you got. Oh, wait a minute. I'm thinking about Brazil. Okay, never mind. It's one of those things where you like look at the YouTube channel and it's got like a million views, but it only has like a million views because they stick it in front of like other videos people are trying to watch. Oh, gross. I was going to say the before Hobbes, the original or the governor before oh man, I forget what his name even was. He was an idiot. He bankrupted Cold Stone Creamery out in Arizona. The dumbass couldn't sell ice cream in the desert, and then he became the governor of Arizona. Katie Hobbs, she's doing a good job. She's keeping all the shit at bay, holding back all the crap. And she also canceled, like I was trying to say, the old governor actually was trying to sell all of our water rights to Saudi Arabia. Before Hobbs. Doug Ducey. Doug, we used to call it shithouse. It's a good change. It's a good change. See what's the actual quote there? Let's see. Men in tights. I gotta look that up now. Men in tights. Latrine. Used to be shithouse. I don't care. I like that movie. It's a good change. Again, it's kind of purplish now. Uh, but anyway, yeah, that dumbass couldn't sell ice cream to people literally in the desert dying of sunburns. Only lasted one term, of course. Now he's probably, I don't know. Let's see, what is he doing now? He's probably lobbying. It's no secret Obamacare has been a disaster for Arizona. You know, John McCain also kind of a scumbag. And I think he only stuck it to Trump just to like stick it to him. Also, screw you, Jeff Flake. That was another loser. We're kind of okay. We got Mark, and we've got that other guy. And the other guy's just kind of a wet blanket, but he's like, Anyway, yeah, what's that dumbass doing now? Uh, at his most, his fifth month in office, he had 27% approval statewide. He only cracked 40%. Yeah, okay, they don't even say what he's doing now. Oh, now he's just on some sort of like CEO of Citizens for Free Enterprise. So he's basically a Tuttle. He's a Tuttle Twin schmuck. His name was Flake. You can't again. Flake, Ducey. Changed it to Latrine. Oh yes. She's giving chicken lady vibes. And I'm here for it. You changed it to Latrine? Yeah, used to be shitters. Let's see. Oh yeah, we did good yesterday. We also stopped by my old Walmart, the Walmart I used to shop when I lived over at my grandma's, and Mom found all of the saltwater taffy that she wanted. For some reason, only one store, only one Walmart, only one store seems to sell that particular brand of taffy inside, or any taffy inside the store. Not to mention Ottawa. Yeah, I was gonna say Canada's also getting a little. Yeah, I guess it's saltwater taffy. I mean, I ordered some online. It's about um I paid like $5 for it. You got Mom got hers for like $2 per bag, so that's good. She takes it to work. She either does that or mints or licorice. Wait, they're making a okay. Well, I didn't know they were making a cocoa too. That's a little surprising. Cocoa seemed like a very fine. Cocoa seemed like it was a very fine, ending to a story. You can always continue a story, but like, I don't know. hell? Uh, Wait, what's this? From a veterinarian textbook. The cat is faster and has sharper teeth and nails than you do. It has no code of ethics or consideration for its own future. In a fair fight, it will win. Don't fight a cat. Use your brain. Use drugs. All right. What do you mean in a fair fight it will win? I could take a cat. I get pretty messed up, but I could take it. Hey, Jiro. Or Jai Oro. Oh, yeah, Gyro. Ah, the little poster. Bully like Agefield High, Rock the School launched on Steam this week to mostly negative ratings. Okay, flagging technical issues, repetitive quests, and rough combat at $30. Oof. Okay, well, $30 for a bully like game, but this looks bad. I think I have Bully. I think like either Amazon or Epic gave me Bully. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, did that happen? That was a Goosebumps. I think that was a Goosebumps, Andre. Or no, Ghost Cat? No. Where? No. Oh, well, no. Werecats is a Scooby Doo thing. Oh, it's like the Two Roads meme. My Google search is like one of those two roads. You know, the meme, the Yu-Gi-Oh meme. Like, do you want to actually see like something truly horrifying, or do you want to see furries and anime girls? That's just a lion. That's nothing. This one's pretty cool. I love it when things get big, beefy arms. Here, I'll show it to you. I love big, beefer arms on people. Like these. See? Here, transform, bit to screen, or transform, reset transformation. There we go. Oh, did we start over? Were we done? Hold on. Yeah, I guess we were done. Okay, hold on. I should like make some sort of like alarm or something. There we go. Ah, she's excited. So anyway, my penny doesn't have a tail. It's under the leotard. Anyway, that's a werecat. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was wrong. It isn't R.L. Stein's, but it's Ghosts of Fear Street. It's Night of the Werecat. Here, I got to show it to you. Oh, this is the worst Animorphs. Okay, I got two things to show you. Copy. What is this? Werecat? This is Monster Zone. Oh no, this is Nightwalkers. Never mind. Or Sleepwalkers. That one Stephen King thing. Okay, let's see. Hold your horses. I got to show you this before we leave off because it's cool to. It's too cool not to. Okay. Huh? Okay, never mind. Let me get this. Let me find another picture. Did it load or didn't? No, it didn't. Okay, Ghosts of Fear. No, that's too small. Damn it. Uh, Ghosts of Fear Street Werecat. Oh, there's a third one. Okay, damn, they just keep popping up because they've gotten a bunch of covers. This is a re-release. This one's more comical. I like it. Here, this is fine. Copy image. Okay, we've got this one. What's going on? Copy image address. Copy image address. Will it not do it because this is a it may not do it because it may be a there we go. There we go. Okay, that's like some sort of drawing slash Photoshop. And she's wearing the big 90s shirt. Everything's purple. She's wearing some sort of magic necklace. That's a Ghosts of Fear Street. I think that was aimed a little bit higher in terms of like reading age than the Goosebumps. And then you've got this one, which is like the weird, like, how many ears do you have? Here. I remember seeing that one in the grocery stores. And then this one, which was, I guess, is a reprint, Ghosts of Fear Street, Night of the Werecat. A little bit more stylized. I mean, definitely more stylized, less photographic. And yeah, just like one ear disappearing into another. And then finally, this is the most recent reprint, I guess. I'm not a. I mean, I like the aesthetic. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the aesthetic, but I like the where the art style's going. Here we go. Yeah, less of horror and more like, oh man, you're like, oh, I'm doing my hair, but I'm a kid, so I'm pissed. And I'm orange, so I've also got like weird, stupid urges. Of course, they're orange. So I knew there was like a Goosebumps or something related to Goosebumps. Let's see, what else do they got? Got Night of the Werecat. They have Ghosts of Fear Street, and I think Fear Street was just like regular straight up horror. Uh, Ghosts of Fear Street. Which one's this? Hide and Shriek. The Attack of the Aqua Apes, whatever that one is. Revenge of the Shadow? Something? I can't make this out. Oh, the Bugman Lives was always the creepiest one. Anywho, How to Be a Vampire, blah, blah, blah. And then you've got the whimsical stuff from R.L. Stine, like Frank and Kitty. Oh, the Aqua Apes. Okay, there must have been something with like sea monkeys. They were like mutants. Anyway, that's done for now. I'm going to go take the dogs out, get some lunch, get ready for some other stuff. Okay. Yeah, that was good. Thank you all for joining me. I will see you when our paths cross again. And I bid you adieu. You have a good one. Bye-bye.